Hey, how's it going? I'd just like to inform everyone that I'm making several major changes to my channel. Now, I've had this thing up and running for the last 6 years or so, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. In fact, all passion that I have for editing came because I wanted to upload videos to YouTube. But I do not put videos out on a regular basis. And the main reason for this is because the editing takes a very long time. Now, I enjoy editing, so for me it's not that much of an issue, but it is an issue when I have to pull out a green screen, set up the lights, get everything just right, create a script, either memorize the script or wear sunglasses while I read it and not sound like I know what I'm talking about because I'm reading it, as opposed to myself expressing it right from the source, which is my brain. Now, a green screen can actually be a real big pain in the ass. And I end up putting off several video projects of mine because of that. One of the major changes that I'm making to my channel is to alleviate that problem. And one of the ways to do that is to remove myself in video format and replace it with an avatar. Now, I have no interest in hiding who I am. I understand why people do, but for myself it just doesn't matter. So, if I am going to use an avatar to represent myself, then what better than to use an avatar of myself? Now, I know this might seem kind of weird, seeing that the main reason people use avatars is so that other people don't know who they are. Like I said, I'm doing this so I can put out videos on a regular basis. I don't know how regular, but I am certain that I will put out far more videos than I would if I had to pull out a green screen. And like I said, I have several side projects that are pretty much done. The only thing that's really missing is myself in them. And when I read from a script, while standing in front of a green screen, while standing in front of very bright lights, it can actually be really difficult. I'm not going to speak for others, but for myself, I do struggle heavily in this. Now, if I can sit down, if I can lay back and relax, then I can read a script and allow it to flow far more naturally. Now, previously, I mainly discussed things about atheism and theism, religion. And as an atheist myself, I would say we had a really good run on YouTube. But you can only beat that dead horse so many times. You can only have the same conversation before you just lose your fucking mind. I mean, look, religious people out there, if you would like to come up with new interesting ideas on why you think religion makes sense, why God or Jesus or whoever is plausible to you, then I'd love to hear it, and I will discuss it if you come up with legitimate reasons on why you think those things are the case. But you keep using the same arguments, and I'm tired of refuting the same things. So, while I will still discuss atheism and theism, I am broadening my horizons. I will be discussing controversial topics, politics, left versus the right, social justice warriors, feminism, religion, lack thereof, things that are newsworthy, and nerdy shit. I love nerdy stuff. Movies, trailers, major blockbusters coming up, Marvel movies. I fucking love Marvel movies. I also like to criticize the shit out of really bad movies that had great potential. So I will certainly be doing that. Now, I would love to give you a set schedule. I would love to say that every week you will definitely see at least one of my videos pop up. But I make no promises. I will give you goals. I will certainly attempt to make one video every week. I will attempt this. I will not promise this. I would also like to note that I will not be holding back when it comes to crude humor. Look, I grew up on the comedian of George Carlin, alright? So believe me when I say I ain't holding back. If I see something real fucked up, I'm going to express it to you in the details that I see it. It is my hope that putting out videos on a regular basis will allow my channel to grow. But to do this, I need to provide reasonable content. I need to know what I'm talking about. And that's where you guys come in. I want you to give me feedback. If I'm fucking up, I want you to let me know. If I say something that contradicts something else I said, please point it out. I want to know where I'm fucking up. I want to correct myself. If I'm making mistakes or acting like an idiot, let me know. And here's the thing. As long as you can make a reasonable point, a legitimate point or argument, then you can back up that argument with as much foul language as you want. As long as you can make a legitimate argument against what I'm saying, then I couldn't care less how you express that information to me. You can be as crude and rude as you want, dude. It doesn't fucking matter. Now, with these changes that I'm making, avatars instead of videos, trying to make videos on a regular basis, I decided I need to change up the name. Because the name before was Atheist Fat Cat. And I like that name. I think it's a good name. But it no longer represents what my channel is about. Look, this whole atheism thing, hey, we had a really good run, okay? And if religious people want to put out new arguments, I'm sure we would have no issue refuting them. But they don't. So there's really nowhere else to go. So I will be changing the name of the channel. And that once I made the change, I wanted to make it permanent. So I thought, okay, it's a pretty big fucking deal. I need to get it right. I need to find the best name that best describes myself. So I just made a big-ass list. So if you don't mind indulging me, I would like to go through the list of names that I have selected for possibilities of my channel name. Okay, so here's the list. Abstract Thought, Aggressive Undertone, Bad Omen, Buried Alive, Cause and Effect, Channel This, Discontent, Everything About Nothing, Failsafe, Forever Never, Full Disclosure, Grain of Salt, Glitch, Goddamn, Godless, I Wonder, Inherent, Inner Doubt, King of the Gods, Liability, Life Without, Listen, Loathing Enthusiasm, Malcontent, Method of Madness, More Equals Less, Motivationally Denied, My Own, My World, New Meaning, No Objective, No One, Not Absolute, Not Right, Not Sure, Not Without Merit, One Life, Optimistic Hellhole, Outside Perspective, Point of View, Preconceptions, Present State, Psychobabble, Pulling Threads, Random Chance, Real Life, Sad But True, Side Effect, Socially Disabled, Socially Impaired, Surrounded, The Finger, The Past, Thinking Out Loud, Time Will Tell, Timeline, Train of Thought, True Face, True Self, 2 Cents, Unconventional, Unknown, Wasted Effort, and whatever. Now, out of this list, there's definitely several of them that I really wouldn't consider seriously, but they were good enough to make the list. So out of this whole thing, I have decided to go with the one name that best represents who I am as a person, and that is socially impaired. If you know me in person, you know that I am socially impaired. There are many reasons for this, and it is very complex, a little hard to go into, and I'm sure I will make plenty of future videos in the regard on why and how I am socially impaired. But for now, I just wanted to let you know that I am changing the name from Atheist Fat Cat to Socially Impaired. Now, when it comes to the avatars, I thought if I just spent one day taking the pictures, taking the different poses, the different facial expressions, then I could have a compilation of different avatars of myself in which I wouldn't need to make new avatars. I could just have this folder set aside, ready to go. I assumed I need to make certain hand gestures and facial expressions to match the future videos. I don't really know what those future videos are, so I had to make educated guesses. So I have made a compilation of avatars of myself, and as a matter of transparency, I would like to show you each of those. So here it is.